Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, please be seated. The 2025 Hawaii State House of Representatives opening day ceremonies will begin shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, to perform an Oli for us this morning, Ms. Puna Kalama Dawson.
Aloha, everyone. And this is probably going to be something that's different, but, you know, Kauai, we are different. Let me just say, my grandmother is who I represent, and my aunt, Auntie Pilahi Paki. And so to do an Oli is really about setting intention. But what's more important is that we understand who we are. So take the time. Breathe into your hands. Breathe into your hands. Lift it up. In that word Hawaii, this is a breath that we come from. Rub your opu. We come from the birth waters of our mothers. And if you came from someplace else, please tell me after, okay? But understanding that word Hawaii, this is how my grandma taught us. Cecilia Ha'o DeFries. We come from the birth waters of our mothers. And the last part of Hawaii is the Ionalani, or that universal good. So when we say Hawaii, we're speaking about the people, the breath, and the waters of this universal good, which is what all of us are. All of you are here in service. Nadine asked about an Oli. So Auntie Pilahi gave my mom in '63 a composition. And you all hear it, the aloha. There are two alohas in her composition, and I'll do both. The first identifies with us as people. Akahai, to be kind. So point to yourselves, be kind. You have to be kind to yourselves in order to have an abundance to share. And so I'm looking at all these people that service our island homes, and our people. So kindness begins with you. In the second letter, lokahi, it's about family, which we all are. Right now, we're all one family, one earth, one breath. And then olu olu, it's like deep chocolate, delicious, right? People who are olu olu, you know who they are. They're people who call your name. And when they call your name, there is a vibration in that voice that tells you how much they care and love you with no conditions. Ha'aha'a, in that expression of aloha, is to be humble, but to recognize that diversity is important. And more important in all of this is ahonui, patience. So as people, ali'i, which you are, yeah, people are the ali'i who care for the majority and the people, the extension. And we ensure that whatever we have is going to be there for all those that come after us. So Auntie Pilahi said there would be a time when the leadership of our countries would change. And when that happened, the second aloha would appear. And so for those of you that know this Oli and know about it, we are in this time of great change. And the Huliao is putting things back. So please, her composition really speaks to all of us as individuals. When you understand that we are Hawaiians, everyone should lift their hands. It has nothing to do with your blood quantum. It has to do with the fact that you're here and you want to do something that's different to create and hold on to our past. Take care of it here in our present so it'll be there in the future. This is what the second aloha is all about. And this is how we create the peace around the world. Akahai na Hawaii, lo kahi aku like, olu olu kamana, ha ko kulana, aho nui alana kila, aloha mai na Hawaii, ke aloha no ka mea nui, e o mai e na Hawaii, na pua, na lei, na mamo. Ala mai ka lahui laulai kaulana, o mai ka lehu lehu, ha'aheo e na Hawaii. Ano ai no me ke aloha, ano ai no me ke aloha. Everyone, let us say aloha, aloha each other, please, all of you. Mahalo. Where are the Hawaiians? All your hands should come up. All your hands should come up. Where are the people that service the others? All your hands should come up. Mahalo. Aloha.
Ladies and gentlemen, during the entrance of the House members, please hold your applause until all members have entered. Matthias Cush, Hamakua, portion of Hilo, Kaumana. Sue L. Kohokapu Li Loi, Hilo. Chris Todd, portion of Hilo, Keaukaha, Orchid Lands Estate, Ainaloa, Hawaiian Acres, Fern Acres, portions of Kurtistown, and Kea'au. Gregor Iligan, Black Sands Beach Subdivision, Hawaiian Paradise Park, Hawaiian Beaches, Kalapana, Koa'e, Leilani Estates, Nanavale Estates, Pahoa, Poho'iki, Seaview Estates. Janae Capella, portions of Kea'au and Kurtistown, Mountain View, Glenwood, Fern Forest, Volcano, Pahala, Punalu, Na'alehu, Vaiohinu, Hawaiian Ocean View, Ho'okena. Kirsten Kahaloa, Honaunau, Napo'opo'o, Captain Cook, Kealakekua, Keaho, Holualoa, Kailua Kona. Nicole E. Lowen, Kailua Kono, Honokohau, Kalaoa, Pu'uanahulu, Puako, portion of Waikoloa. David A. Tarnas, Hawi, Halaula, Waimea, Makahalau, Waiki'i, Waikoloa, Kawai Hai, Mahukona. Justin H. Woodson, Kahului, Pu'unene, portion of Wailuku. Tyson K. Miyake, portion of Wai'ehu, Paukukalo, Wailuku, Wailuku Heights, Waikapu, Hayashi Village. Therese Amato, portion of Malalaya, Kihei, Keawakapu, Wailea, Makena, Kanahena, Keoni O'Io. Kyle T. Yamashita, portion of Keahua, Hali'imaili, Pukalani, Makawao, Pulehu, Vaiakoa, Kula, Keokea, Ulupalakua. Mahina Poe Poe, Molokai, Lanai, Kaho'olave, portion of Kahalui, Haiku, Pe'ahi, Huelo, Nahiku, Hana, Kipahulu. Eli Cochran, Kahakuloa, Waihe'e, portions of Wai'ehu and Ma'alaya, Olovalu, Lahaina, Lahaina Luna, Ka'anapali, Mahina Hina Camp, Kahana, Honokahua. Nadine K. Nakamura, Ha'ena, Wainiha, Hanalei, Princeville, Kilauea, Anahola, Kealia, Kapa'a, portion of Wailua, Kavaihau. Luke A. Evslin, Wailua, Hanamaulu, Kapaia, Lihui, Puhi, portion of Omau. D. Morikawa, Ni'ihau, portion of Omau, Koloa, Poipu, Lava'i, Kalaheo, Ele, Hanapepe, Ka'awainui Village, Pakala Village, Waimea, Kekaha. Mark J. Hashem, Wailai Kahala, Ainahaina, Niu Valley, Kuli'o'o. Tina Nakata Grandinetti, Leahi, Kahala, Wailai, Kaimuki, Kapahulu. Jackson D. Sayama, St. Louis Heights, Palolo Valley, Maunalani Heights, Wilhelmina Rise, Kaimuki. Andrew Takuya Garrett, Manoa. Ikaika Olds, Mo'ili'ili, Macaulay. Adrian K. Tam, Waikiki. Kim Koko Iwamoto, Ala Moana, Kaka'ako, Downtown. Della Ao Belati, Makiki, Punch Bowl. Jenna Takeno Uchi, Pacific Heights, Nu'uanu, Liliha. Daniel Holt, Sand Island, Iwilei, Chinatown. Ikaika Hasi, Kamehameha Heights, Kalihi Valley, portion of Kalihi. Shirley Ann Templo, Kalihi, Kalihi Kai, Ke'ehi Lagoon, Hickam Village. Linda Ichiyama, Fort Shafter Flats, Salt Lake, Pearl Harbor. Garner M. Shimizu, Fort Shafter, Moanalua, Aliamanu, Foster Village, portions of Aiea and Halava. Sam Kong, portion of Halava, Aiea, Waimalu. Greg Takayama, Pearl City, Waiau, Pacific Palisades. Corey M. Chun, portions of Pearl City and Waipahu, Crestview. Rochelle F. Lamosau, Waipahu. Trish LaChica, portions of Mililani Town, Mililani Mauka, Koa Ridge, Waipio Gentry. Lauren Matsumoto, portions of Mililani and Waipio Acres, Mililani Mauka. Elisha Pirik, Royal Kunia, Village Park, Honouliuli, Ho'opili, portion of Waipahu. Julie Reyes Oda, portions of Lower Village and Eva Beach, Iroquois Point. David Alcos III, portion of Eva Beach, Ocean Point, Barbers Point. Diamond Garcia, portions of Verona Village, Eva and Kapolei, Fernandez Village. Kanani Souza, Kapolei, Makakilo. Darius K. Kila, Honokai Hale, Nanakuli, Maili. Christopher L. Muraoka, Waianae, Makaha. Amy A. Peruso, portion of Waipio Acres, Launani Valley, Wahiawa, Whitmore Village, Waialua, Mokuleia. Sean Quinlan, Wailua, Haleiwa, Kawailoa Beach, Waimea, Sunset Beach, Waiale'e, Kavela Bay, Kahuku, La'ie, Hau'ula, Punalu'u, Kahana. Lisa Kitagawa, Kaneohe, Ahuimanu, Kahalu'u, Waiahole, Ka'a'ava. Scott Z. Matayoshi, Kaneohe, Maunawili. Mike Lee, Kailua, portion of Kaneohe Bay. Lisa Martin, Waimanalo, Keolu Hills, Lanikai, portion of Kailua. Members of the audience, people of the state of Hawaii, this is your House of Representatives. Please be seated.
The House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii is now called to order. Aloha. I am Matthias Cush, representative from the 1st District of Hawaii Island. I'm honored to preside over this opening day ceremony at Komomai. At this time, I call upon former Kauai Mayor Bernard Carvalho to lead us in the singing of the national anthem and Hawaii Pona'i. Thereafter, Phoenix Lee, son of Representative Mike Lee, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Will the members of the audience please stand?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hawaii pono'i nanai komoi kalani ali ke ali makualani e kameha meha e na kaua e pale me kahi e makualani e Kamehameha e na kaua e pale me kahi e.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are honored here today to have Reverend Tad Iwata to deliver this morning's invocation. Will the Sergeant of Arms please escort Reverend Iwata to the rostrum?
Aloha mai kako. On behalf of the Tanikio Church, whose mission is to promote love, joy, and unity for all humankind, it is with great honor that I stand before you today to deliver the invocation. Please allow me to offer the following prayer. Dear God, our beloved parent and creator of all humankind, the world, and this universe, we thank you for the wonderful energy that surrounds us at this very moment, and for granting us this most auspicious occasion of the opening day of the 2025 legislative session. We thank you for your divine blessings of life, health, and every substance necessary to live the life of joy, where all people work together, helping one another as one ohana, equal children of your creation. We thank you, God, for your guiding hand in bringing together our public leaders of Hawaii from diverse backgrounds and from all areas of our beautiful and sacred state, coming together as one body here in the House chamber. We appreciate their precious time, energy, faithfulness, and dedication in perpetuating our precious Aina, a place that is home to our families, our history, and our collective spirituality. As we open this session, please guide and bless our leaders so they may tackle the issues facing our state with integrity and compassion, representing people of all backgrounds with varying needs and concerns. May they be a beacon of hope, peace, and mutual help, not just for our blessed state, but for the nation and the world. May they serve with humility, collaboration, and courage to give voice, strength, and life to those they serve, especially those in need. Please inspire in them the courage and vision to look beyond themselves and seek higher purposes and even greater horizons, creating long-term solutions that will benefit not only this generation, but many generations to come, bringing all of our brothers and sisters of this precious state of Hawaii together as one ohana and a step closer to the joyous life as desired by you. God the Parent, Namu Tendi Onami Koto, Mahalo Nui Loa, and God bless.
Please be seated. Representative Todd.
Mr. Chair, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read the House Resolution number 1.
House Resolution Number 1, electing the temporary chair of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2025, that the Honorable Matthias Cush, representative from the 1st District, be and is hereby declared the duly elected temporary chair of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii. This resolution is offered by Representatives Quinlan and Matsumoto.
Representative Todd.
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt House Resolution Number 1.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Chair, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that House Resolution number 1 be adopted. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Members of the House of Representatives of the 33rd State Legislature, thank you. Let's commence with the order of the day. Mr. Brian L. Takashita is appointed to serve as temporary clerk. Committee on Credentials report, Representative Tarnas was previously appointed as the chair of the Committee on Credentials. Representatives Quinlan and Matsumoto served as members. Representative Tarnas, do you have a report for the Committee on Credentials?
Mr. Chair, the report of the Committee on Credentials has been submitted to the temporary clerk for action.
Mr. Clerk, are you in receipt of the report of the Committee on Credentials?
Mr. Chair, I am in receipt of said report.
Representative Tarnas?
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt the report of the Committee on Credentials.
Representative Matsumoto?
Mr. Chair, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the report on the Committee of Credentials be adopted. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll call.
Mr. Alcos? Ms. Amato? Ms. Bellotti? Mr. Chun? Ms. Cochran? Mr. Evslin? Mr. Garcia? Mr. Garrett? Ms. Grandinetti? Mr. Hashem? Mr. Holt? Mr. Hussey? Ms. Ichiyama? Mr. Iligan? Ms. Iwamoto? Ms. Kahaloa? Ms. Capella? Ms. Kyohokapu Loy? Mr. Kila? Ms. Kitagawa? Mr. Kong? Ms. Lachika? Ms. Lamosao? Mr. Lee? Ms. Lowen? Ms. Martin? Mr. Matayoshi? Ms. Matsumoto? Mr. Miyake? Ms. Morikawa? Mr. Muraoka? Ms. Nakamura? Mr. Olds? Ms. Peruso? Mr. Pirik? Ms. Poe Poe? Mr. Quinlan? Ms. Reyes Oda? Mr. Sayama? Mr. Shimizu? Ms. Souza? Mr. Takeyama? Ms. Takenouchi? Mr. Tam? Mr. Tarnas? Ms. Templo? Mr. Todd? Mr. Ward?
Representative Ward is excused.
Mr. Woodson? Mr. Yamashita? Mr. Chair.
Present.
Mr. Chair, 50 members of the House are present, one is excused.
Members, the House will take a temporary recess.
Ladies and gentlemen, the House of Representatives is pleased to present for your entertainment a group with nearly 40 years of distinguished history in the Hawaii music scene. Having been nominated for multiple Grammy Awards, they've also won numerous Nahoku Hanohano Awards and even performed at Carnegie Hall. Today, they continue to delight audiences in Hawaii around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, with Kumuhula Nani Duduit, please give a warm welcome to Ho'okena.
Aloha. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And congratulations to our House of Representatives. As Chief mentioned, we are called Ho'okena. For those of you who don't know us, we've been here, thank you. We've been in the business here for the past 39 years this year. Come August, it will be 39 years. Next year, we'll be celebrating the big 4-0. Yeah, and we started when we were 10 years old. Can you believe that? But on my left here is the man on Kiho'alo Slacky guitar, Mr. Glenn Smith.
Aloha.
This gentleman here, his family business is celebrating 110 years this year as Kamaka Ukulele Hawaii.
Aloha.
Now he's at the helm of the company. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Kamaka.
Thank you.
My name is Horace Dubois. I'm the youngest of the group. They're like up there, and I'm just a little bit under. But we're gonna play a couple more songs, and then we're gonna take a short break, and then we'll be back a little later. So let's do a fun song. silence of day and the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we all know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we all know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world we live in, right? And no better place than Hawaii. All right, so we had a request to do this next song for the island of Kauai. And if anyone wants to come up and dance, you are free to come up and dance. There's an island across the sea, beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai, for it's calling, just calling to me. Beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai. In the midst of her grotto, Mother Nature made her home, and the falls of Wailua, where lovers often go. So I'll return to you, my heart across the sea. Beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai. In the midst of her grotto, Mother Nature made a home, at the falls of Wailua, where lovers often roam. So I'll return to you, my heart across the sea. Beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai, beautiful Kauai. For the island of Kauai. So at this time, we're going to do a song for our friends and family from Maui, in particular, Lahaina. This song was written a long time ago by one of Hawaii's finest composers. His name was Mr. Kui Lee, who wrote a lot of beautiful songs such as I'll Remember You, Days of My Youth, Ain't No Big Thing, Brother, Rain, Rain, Go Away. But this song really came into play. It's called Lahaina Luna.
They say that Maui no kaoli, and I agree that Maui no kaoli is the only place for me. That's where you'll find me, down by the seaside, watching the moon, the twinkling starlight, the morning sunrise, the golden sunset in Lahaina, Lahaina Luna. They say that Maui no kaoli, and I agree that Maui no kaoli is the only place for me. That's where you'll find me, down by the seaside, watching the moon, the twinkling starlight, the morning sunrise, the golden sunset in Lahaina, Lahaina Luna, in Lahaina, Lahaina Lahaina, Lahaina
For our friends and Ohana in Maui, Lahaina Luna. Is Kumuhula Nani still there? Is she still there? I'm gonna bring her back out. We're gonna do a song that was recorded by the brothers Casimiro that speaks about the jasmine flower, or what we call here pikake. So this is My Sweet Pikake Lei.
My sweet pikake.
My sweet pikakele kumuhulan na ni.
The House will come to order. Will the Sergeant at Arms please escort the Honorable Mark E. Rechtenwald, Chief Justice of the Hawaii Supreme Court, to the rostrum to administer the oath of office. Thank you again.
Thank you. All right, good morning, aloha, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to be here today. Will the members of the House of Representatives please stand, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Hawaii, and that I will faithfully discharge my duties as a member of the House of Representatives of the State of Hawaii to the best of my ability. Congratulations to you all.
Members, you may be seated. Representative Todd.
Mr. Chair, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read the House Resolution number 2.
House Resolution Number 2, electing the Speaker and Vice Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2025, that the Honorable Nadine K. Nakamura, representative from the 15th District, and the Honorable Linda Ichiyama, representative from the 31st District, be elected as Speaker and Vice Speaker, respectively, of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii. This resolution is offered by Representatives Quinlan and Matsumoto.
Representative Todd.
Mr. Chair, I move to adopt House Resolution Number 2.
Representative Matsumoto.
Mr. Chair, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the House Resolution Number 2 be adopted. Any discussion? Representative Iwamoto.
Mr. Interim Chair, thank you so much for recognizing me. I ask that you record my vote as a no, and in lieu of a speech, I ask that you allow my notes and comments to be introduced into the journal and to the record. Will you accept it?
So ordered.
Thank you.
Seeing no further discussion, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. The following representatives are appointed to escort the Honorable Nadine K. Nakamura to the rostrum. Representatives Sean Quinlan, D. Morikawa, Lauren Matsumoto, and Diamond Garcia. Members of the House of Representatives, I present the Honorable Nadine K. Nakamura, the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature.
Members, thank you for your vote of confidence and support. The following representatives are appointed to escort the Honorable Linda Ichiyama to the rostrum. Representatives Sean Quinlan and Lauren Matsumoto. Members of the House of Representatives, I present the Honorable Linda Ichiyama, Vice Speaker of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read House Resolution Number 3.
House Resolution Number 3, electing the officers of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2025, that Brian L. Takeshita, Rod Tananaka, Rupert Juarez, and Jade Villanueva be elected as Chief Clerk, Sergeant-at-Arms, Assistant Chief Clerk, and Assistant Sergeant-at-Arms, respectively, of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii. This resolution is offered by Representatives Quinlan and Matsumoto.
Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution Number 3.
Representative Matsumoto.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that House Resolution Number 3 be adopted. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Mr. Takeshita, Mr. Tanonaka, Mr. Juarez, and Ms. Villanueva, please approach the rostrum for the oath of office. Please raise your right hands and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Hawaii, and that I will faithfully discharge my duties as an officer of the House of Representatives of the State of Hawaii, to the best of my ability. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the officers of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read House Resolution Number 4.
House Resolution Number 4, acknowledging and recognizing the caucus leaders and naming the chairs, vice chairs, and members of the standing committees of the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature. This resolution is offered by Representatives Quinlan and Matsumoto.
Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution Number 4.
Representative Matsumoto.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that House Resolution Number 4 be adopted. Any discussion? Representative Iwamoto.
Madam Speaker, thank you. I rise in opposition to this motion. I have identified two violations of existing House rules. The first House rule that has been violated is 11.2, subsection 2. The membership of each standing committee, including the designation of the chair and vice chair, shall be provided for by resolution, provided, however, that the composition of the committee shall be on a proportional basis with the members of each party. The Committee on Finance currently has 16 members. 3 of them are Republican, and that is 1/3 of the Republican membership. There are only 13 currently, 13 Democrats on the House Finance Committee. There should be 14 because 14 is exactly 1/4 of 42. So that is the rule of proportionality. There should be an additional Democrat on the Committee of Finance. The second rule that has been violated appears twice in our House rules, and that is Rule 3, and specifically it has to do with the Vice Speaker. It says, the Vice Speaker shall consult with and advise the standing committees and assist them in their work as an ex officio member without vote. The rules go on to say, one second, and it further actually, yes. The rule, and back to Rule 11.2, subsection 3, also states, the Speaker and Vice Speaker shall be ex officio members of each committee without vote. So twice it appears in our existing House rules that the Vice Speaker shall not be on a standing committee as a voting member. Yet the resolution before us has the Vice Speaker in that position. For these reasons, I will be voting in opposition. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion?
Madam Speaker.
Representative Quinlan.
Madam Speaker, in strong support. I would like to note that proportionality is very poorly defined in our House rules. And over the past few months, under your leadership, we have embarked on a process to update our House rules to more clearly reflect the realities of our service today. I would also like to note that while the Speaker and Vice Speaker are appointed as ex officio members of each committee, there is nothing in the rules specifically prohibiting them from serving as members of a standing committee. Madam Speaker, today is not about any one person. Today is about coming together to do good for the people of Hawaii. I know that somewhere up there, my Auntie Dawn Wasson is watching us, and if I may quote her, she would always say one very simple thing to me, and it's one word, Madam Speaker, but it means a lot. Imua.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Representative Souza.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in opposition to the resolution. That's a no vote for me. And I oppose this resolution simply because the substantive nature of the resolution does not reflect what was memorialized in the signed memorandum dated November 27, 2024, subject title, House Leadership and Committee Assignments, that was provided to members of this body. The same information contained in this memorandum was also disseminated to the public. Absent a memorandum to the contrary to update the members on the change prior to the resolution coming to the floor sparks concerns for me procedurally. As a body, we need to say what we mean and do what we say. And when procedural guidance and rules are construed liberally to offer a wide range of interpretation or silent on the matter, how do we conduct ourselves? Do we continue to accept the status quo, or do we elevate, do what is right, and find it within ourselves to be pono? Every day that I am in this building, I reflect on the words, advice, and wisdom of Mana Wahine who came before me. From my first boss in this building, the late Representative Mele Carroll, who had a love for her constituents and the people of this state, to UH West Oahu Chancellor Mainette Benham, who relays the same profound message to our graduating classes every term. We are our ancestors' wildest dreams. What we do on this floor, in this house, what we do with the power we are given to serve the people cannot be taken lightly and comes with the ultimate kuleana. As a leader, as a Hawaiian, as someone who is unwilling to accept business as usual, I think about my grandfather, a servant leader who was a supervisor at DAGS, which he was assigned to oversee many state buildings, including this Capitol, and my grandmother, a full-blooded Hawaiian woman from Ualapu'e, Moloka'i, who led by example and embodied her given name, ha'aha'a, humbleness, humility. In the spirit of moving the needle forward this session and helping our people rise, I encourage a warrior mentality as we cause good trouble. Let that be this session. Let that be this year. I look forward to working with all of you, and I wish you all a great 2025 legislative session. Mahalo nui, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I have a House concurrent resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read House Concurrent Resolution Number 1.
House Concurrent Resolution Number 1, relating to recess days for the regular session of 2025. This concurrent resolution is offered by you, Madam Speaker, and Vice Speaker Ichiyama.
Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to adopt House concurrent resolution number 1.
Representative Matsumoto.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that House Concurrent Resolution Number 1 be adopted. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is carried. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I have a second House concurrent resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read House Concurrent Resolution Number 2.
House Concurrent Resolution Number 2, requesting the Governor to address the legislature assembled in joint session. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2025, the Senate concurring, that the two houses of the legislature assemble in joint session in the chambers of the House of Representatives at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, January 21st, 2025, for the purpose of receiving such address or greetings from the Governor of Hawaii as he should be pleased to make, and be it further resolved that a duly certified copy of this concurrent resolution be transmitted to the Honorable Josh Green, Governor of the State of Hawaii. This concurrent resolution is offered by you, Madam Speaker, and Vice Speaker Ichiyama.
Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to adopt House Concurrent Resolution Number 2.
Representative Matsumoto.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that House Concurrent Resolution Number 2 be adopted. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. Motion is carried. Recess. Oh, it's in the notes here. No. It says right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please give a warm welcome to Ho'okena.
i ulili. Okay, we're gonna bring back Kumuhula Nani. And we're gonna do a song that takes you where the Waikiki Shell is at and the Kapialani Bandstand. Back in the day, there was marshland grown in that area. And lovers used to frequent this area at nights. So they named this place Maki's Island. And the song is entitled Maki Ailana. And I'm gonna join her for this one. I gotta stretch though. Okay. Just gotta catch my breath for a bit. Oh, catching cramp too so early in the morning. Okay. Oh, we had the other request again for Hanalei Moon, so I believe Speaker of the House.
Yeah, another song from Kauai.
This goes to the Speaker of the House, Nadine Nakamura.
When you see Hanale by moonlight, you will be in heaven by the sea. Every breeze, every wave will whisper, you are mine, don't ever go away. It's like the beloved Hawaii. Aloha, no when you see Hanale by moonlight, you will be in heaven by the sea. Every breeze, every wave will whisper, you are mine, don't never go away. It's like the beloved Hawaii. Aloha, no Aloha, no
Hanalei Moon.
There's a place that I recall. It's not too big. In fact, it's kind of small. The people there, you know they got it all. A simple life for me. And they all to Kauai. Hanalei by the bay, the Wailuwa River Valley, where I used to play. The canyons of Wailea, standing all alone. The magic of this garden now is calling me back home. When I was young and not too small, I left my home looking for a grand star.
find a place that was better still. And now I know I never. So why don't you head on to Hawaii, on the way by the bay, wide of the river valley, where I used to play, the canyons of Waimea, standing all alone. The magic of the star canal keeps calling me back home, keeps calling me back home. That's Helion to Kauai. So whenever we're in kind of cold places, our guitar starts to act up. Particularly our G strings start to slack. How's everybody doing? You guys having a great morning? So, as I mentioned, yes, next year will be our 40th year as Ho'okena's doing the music here in Hawaii, and we're looking forward to that occasion where we get to. Oh, I thought she was going to come up and dance. Okay, whatever hula dances you have in here, now's your chance to get out. Hey, Gene. nani. Kanani, she's okay, before we do our last song, we'd like to congratulate you all again, House of Representatives. Yeah, we're looking forward to this year. It's going to be an interesting year. But again, before we leave, I'm going to introduce the members again really fast. 1974 graduate from Kamehameha Schools, retired from his job after 7 years ago from Pearl Harbor Shipyard as a resource manager. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Glenn Smith here on Kiwala guitar.
Mahalo.
This gentleman next to me, he's a 1974 graduate as well from St. Louis High School. And as I mentioned, his family business is celebrating 110 years this year as Kamaka Ukulele Hawaii. Chris has been there for 80 of those years. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Kamaka.
Thank you. Thank you. This gentleman in the center just retired from the U.S. Postal Service.
37 and a half years.
He hails from Waipahu, Mr. Horace Dudwa.
Thank you, everybody. And
his
again,
lovely
a
wife.
big hand for Kumuhula Nani Dudwa. This last song we're about to do for you all is a very special song to us. We recorded it over 15 years ago after hearing Celine Dion and Andre Bocelli sing this song. So when I first heard it, I thought it would be a beautiful song to add Hawaiian lyrics, just to bring it home back to us here in Hawaii. So we had our friend Dr. Puakea Nogemeyer do the translations for us. So we're going to send out this very special song to all of you out there, to all of the people who are struggling in the mainland with the fires. This is the prayer. And whether you believe, whatever religion you are, whether you believe in God or not, or a higher being, we all always could use a prayer.
May Keakua bless all of you. Aloha mai, aloha aku, aloha ike kahi. Remember that as you go into session. Mahalo. I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. I pray we'll find your light and hold it in our hearts when stars go out each night. Let this be our prayer when shadows fill our day. E paulele, ikapale kana mau. Kahi pahu o ka eha kau maha, alana ka mana o ka naka,
find a place.
Guide us with your grace.
Give us faith so we'll be saved. Ikamaru
Good afternoon, everybody. Aloha.
Thank you.
The House will come to order. Aloha kakahiaka. Welcome to the opening day of the 33rd Legislative Session. On behalf of the Hawaii State House of Representatives, I extend a warm welcome to our special guests, Governor Josh Green and Jamie Green, Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Luke and Mr. Michael Luke, from the Hawaii Supreme Court, Chief Justice Mark Rechtenwald, and Associate Justices Todd Edens, Lisa Ginoza, and Sabrina McKenna. From the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, Chair Kai Kahele, and Vice Chair Souza. Mrs. Jean Ariyoshi, Governor John Waihe'e III and Mrs. Lynn Waihe'e, Governor Ben Cayetano and Mrs. Vicky Cayetano, Governor Neil Abercrombie, and Governor David Ige. City and County of Honolulu Mayor Mike Blangiardi, Hawaii County Mayor Kimo Alameda, Maui Mayor Richard Bisson, and Kauai County Mayor Derek Kawakami. City and County of Honolulu Council Chair Tommy Waters, Maui County Council Chair Alice Lee, Hawaii County Council Chair Dr. Holeka Goro Inaba, and Kauai County Council Vice Chair Kipukai Kuali'i. Senior leadership from across our armed forces representing the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. We also have members of the Consular Corps from around the world. And up in the gallery, members of the Fukuoka Prefectural Assembly. I'm so happy and thankful that my mother, Mabel Maeda, and my two children, Casey and Reese Nakamura, Joan and Peter Carlson, Lance and Doris and Jenna Maeda, my family and friends from Hawaii and mainland are here today. I could not be doing this without you. And I have to give a big shout out to my supporters from Kauai in the gallery for coming here today to celebrate this special day. For making and filling the beautiful baskets on your table and for lifting me up in so many different ways. I would also like to acknowledge and express my gratitude to the staff of the House who worked tirelessly to support members, not just during the session, but throughout the year. You are seen and you are truly appreciated. And thanks to all of you who have come to join us today. I'm excited to begin this 33rd legislative session with new leadership and many new members. I'm pleased to share the honor and responsibility of House leadership with the following members. Please stand when I call your name and remain standing. Vice Speaker Linda Ichiyama, Majority Leader Sean Quinlan, Majority Caucus Leader Chris Todd, Majority Floor Leader Dee Morikawa. We have 3 Majority Whips, Lisa Kitagawa, Tyson Miyake, and Amy Peruso. We also have Assistant Majority Floor Leader Trish Lachica. Minority Floor Leader Lauren Matsumoto. Minority Floor Leader Diamond Garcia. Minority Caucus Leader Jean Ward, who is excused today. Minority Whip Elijah Perrick. Assistant Minority Leader David Elkos. Assistant Minority Floor Leader Julie Reyes Oda. Please join me in recognizing the leadership of the House of Representatives. Please be seated. Allow me now to introduce the 11 new members of the House who will join us as legislators for the state of Hawaii, bringing new energy and fresh perspectives. Please stand when I call your name. District 1, Representative Matthias Kusch. Rep. Kusch is a business owner, orchard farmer, and retired Hawaii Department Battalion Chief, Fire Department Battalion Chief. He is deeply committed to his community, actively leading and participating in various volunteer activities. Thank you. District 2, Representative Sue Liloy. Having served for 8 years as Hawaii County Council member, Rep. Liloy is dedicated to continuing her public service as Hilo's new representative, focusing on addressing the cost of living and advancing affordable housing for Hawaii's residents. District 20, Representative Tina Grandinetti. Rep. Grandinetti is a former legislative staffer and community organizer who resides in Kapahulu. She holds a doctorate in urban studies and is dedicated to tackling the rising housing costs and improving the quality of life in our state. District 23, Representative Ikaika Olds. Representative Olds is a father, a combat veteran, and a social service worker committed to addressing homelessness, crime, education, and affordable housing. He also likes long walks on the beach, heavy metal music, and get this, quantum mechanics. District 25, Representative Kim Koko Iwamoto. Rep. Iwamoto is a public interest attorney, community activist, and small business owner who has served on the Board of Education and the Hawaii Civil Rights Commission. She is our first openly transgender legislator in the state of Hawaii. District 29, Representative Ikaika Hussey. Rep. Hussey is a staunch community advocate, a member of the Kalihi Valley Neighborhood Board, and a decarbonization entrepreneur. He brings decades of collaborative leadership from his experience serving in the community. District 30, Representative Shirley Ann Templo. Representative Templo is a second-generation Filipino-American born and raised in Kalihi. She is the first female to be elected in District 30 and has served nearly a decade in the City and County of Honolulu and State of Hawaii. District 32, Representative Garner Shimizu. Representative Shimizu is a proud husband, father, and grandfather with a background as a small business owner and retired mechanical engineer. He is experienced community advocate engaged in neighborhood security watches, community associations, and neighborhood boards. District 40, Representative Julie Reyes Oda. Representative Reyes Oda is a dual licensed secondary teacher at Nanakuli High and Intermediate School, teaching both mathematics and social studies. She served as a data analysis coordinator and is a staunch advocate for the students of the Leeward Coast. District 45, Representative Chris Muraoka. Representative Muraoka is a devoted father, proud grandfather, husband, business owner, youth sports coach, and honored veteran. He is a lifelong Waianae Coast resident dedicated to creating a safer and stronger future for his community. And District 50, Representative Mike Lee. Rep. Lee is a proud parent of 2 boys and a member of the Kailua Neighborhood Board and Windward Neighborhood Security Watch. He also serves as a volunteer wrestling coach and youth leadership trainer. I now introduce you to the class of 2025. Please be seated. I am incredibly honored and humbled to serve as the speaker for the 33rd legislative session. Today marks a new chapter in our collective journey. We come together with the sacred responsibility to safeguard the well-being of our islands and all who call Hawaii home. As we approach today, I have given thought to my new role as speaker. I have thought about duty, responsibility, and challenges ahead. And I turn to someone special for advice. My 97-year-old mother, Mabel Maeda. Mom, can you stand again and be recognized? I'd like to share a little bit of history about my mother. She was orphaned at the age of 6, grew up in Paoa, attended Kawananakoa School from 1st to 9th grade, and went on to McKinley High School. Her life story and memories growing up are very much influenced by decisions made by the territorial and federal governments. Her guardian, a Tendikyo minister, was taken away in the middle of the night on December 7th, 1941, after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. She did not see him again until he returned 4 years later after being imprisoned in New Mexico. During World War II, there was a workforce shortage in Hawaii. All able-bodied students were required to work in the pineapple fields once a week throughout her 3 years of high school, making 47 cents an hour. The prevailing sentiment at the time was that the economic engine, sugar and pineapple, could not be allowed to sputter. When she graduated from McKinley High School, my mom remembers wearing a white dress, a red carnation lei, and carrying the mandatory gas mask. The decisions of government officials 80 years ago made an indelible impact on my mom's life growing up in Hawaii. Just as the decisions we make in this chamber will also reverberate for generations to come. To be one of 51 persons entrusted to make such decisions is a solemn responsibility and an incredible privilege. So when I asked my mother what advice she'd give me and my fellow legislators, she said that we should try to be humble and respect each other. She said to overlook the faults that we all have and find the good in each other. Find the good in each other is great advice, because as we know, nothing is in the House is accomplished alone. It is a simple truth that to be effective as representatives, we must work together. I'm proud that the majority and minority caucuses have come together to articulate our shared values that will guide our actions and shape our policies. We are committed to serve with aloha, a willingness to collaborate with mutual respect in resolving differing views. We will work hard, serve with integrity, and be held accountable for our decisions. And we will serve with compassion, representing voices that are not always heard. As a speaker, I strongly believe that we need a shared vision to achieve our goals. I'd like to mahalo the Majority Caucus for drafting our 20-year vision that, at its core, casts Hawaii as a shining example for the rest of the country and the world. Let me share some of the vision with you. Our residents and families, including Native Hawaiians, are healthy, thriving, and housed. Our students, including all 3- and 4-year-olds, have access to quality education and career pathways. Our health is excellent, with a focus on prevention and a built environment that encourages healthy lifestyles. Our aina, our lands, and our waters are clean, productive, and well-managed. Our economy is diversified, vibrant, and resilient. Higher education is affordable, accessible, and is a key economic driver. Public safety is protected, correctional facilities are upgraded and reformed. We are growing more locally grown foods and have minimized biosecurity risks. Our communities are disaster resilient and prepared for natural and man-made emergencies. The keys to our success will be innovative, risk-taking leadership, political courage, and collaboration at all levels. We therefore look forward to working with Governor Green on his aggressive agenda to build workforce housing and expand the Kauhale initiative to include supportive housing. We look forward to working with Lieutenant Governor Luke to make sure every 3- and 4-year-old receives a quality pre-K education. And we look forward to working with our Senate colleagues, state departments, county mayors and councils, and our federal delegation on passing impactful bills that continue to implement our vision. The values and the vision that I've shared serve as a guide and motivation for our actions in this and upcoming sessions. Yes, it will take time to achieve this vision. Let's just keep in mind it's a 20-year vision. If we work together, if we set aside grudges, if we listen to each other, roll up our sleeves, and if we direct our limited resources wisely, we can achieve this vision. And when we disagree with each other, which might happen now and then, we do so respectfully and with civility. The House and the people who sent us here deserve nothing less. As elected officials, we must set the example. Of the branches of government, the House of Representatives is intended to be the closest to the people. The tapestry behind me is in warm earth tones because it symbolizes the House's connection to the land and, by extension, the people of Hawaii. So in closing, as we open the 33rd legislative session, we open a time of possibility. I am grateful that these possibilities will be explored in keeping with the values and the vision we have adopted. So let's remember to find the good in each other. Let's work collaboratively, and let's get some great work done for the people of Hawaii. Mahalo piha. Representative Matsumoto.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Vice Speaker Ichiyama, Majority Leader Quinlan, friends, colleagues, and all the members of the public, good morning and aloha. Madam Speaker, I wanted to take a moment to thank you for reaching out to all of the members and for having multiple collaborative conversations about how we're going to move forward in this building. Most of all, I appreciate that our leadership teams are taking a look at the culture of this building and re-examining how we conduct the people's work in this chamber. Having a shared set of values that everyone in this chamber agreed on is foundational. Congratulations to all the members who are being sworn in, especially the 11 new members that we'll be having, and for all of your family and friends who are joining you today. I know how special it is. I have my own family with me today. I have my mother, Sharon. I have my husband, Scott, my daughter, Noelle, and my son, Noah. And I know that is such a special time to have with your family and friends. I'd like to take the time to acknowledge our new Minority Caucus members and the work we've been doing. This year, our caucus grew to 9 with 3 new members. And as Madam Speaker introduced, we have Rep. Chris Muraoka, Rep. Julie Reyes-Oda, and Rep. Garner Shimizu. Our caucus has grown with a diversity of backgrounds and experience and will be an added voice to this legislature. Over the past 2 years, the Republican caucus has worked together, and for the very first time, we hosted a series of town halls across Oahu called the Listening Tour. We then sent out surveys to our districts and received 5,000 responses back. To then turn those issues into solutions, we created the Republican Legislative Advisory Board to gain insights from experts and draft concrete legislation. These steps allowed our caucus to shape our bill package with all of the information that we got back from outreach. And we did this to hear from our communities and put in legislation that they wanted. The top issues that people were most concerned about included the cost of living, housing, education, crime, Hawaiian homes, and government transparency. I'd like to take this time to thank our House Minority Research Office and all of our caucus staff who put in countless hours to make this outreach possible. The 2025 Republican Caucus package was created for the Hawaii we know and love, our Hawaii. So first, cost of living. It is our caucus's priority to put money back in the pockets of our residents for everyday expenses like gas, food, housing, and utilities. We made some good steps forward last session, but our communities need relief now. Therefore, we will introduce measures that completely eliminate the income tax, eliminate tax on tips, and eliminate the GET on food and medical services. People are struggling now, and this body needs to take bold steps to help our local families not just survive, but thrive. Second, housing. We have seen firsthand how the insurance crisis, the rising cost of housing, and red tape have exacerbated the housing crisis for our residents. Our caucus aims to remediate these contributing factors by streamlining the permitting process for building homes, providing tax credits for hurricane insurers, and diversifying and adding our pre-tax saving for first-time home buyers. Third, education. It's time to tune into the specific needs of our community's schools. Our proposed legislation creates elected school boards, implements more rigid cell phone rules in the schools, and diversifies our school transportation options. Fourth, crime and safety. We have heard the concerns of our constituents based on the data collected from our surveys. Our caucus is responding with measures that allow for enforcement and steeper penalties for those who endanger kupuna, empower our residents to protect themselves, and crack down on the reckless use of e-bikes. When fully implemented, these measures will provide a greater sense of security and safety in our communities. Fifth, Native Hawaiian advocacy. We want to turn this body's attention to the needs of our Native Hawaiian families. Our caucus proposes bills that will ensure Hawaiian homeland leases are eligible for federal lending programs and increase eligibility for many Native Hawaiians still on the wait list. We also need to uphold the state's constitutional obligation to transfer the full 20% of income and proceeds from the Public Land Trust to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. 6, government reform. Our state clearly needs greater accountability and efficiency. Our caucus proposes common sense solutions like implementing financial transparency on all fiscal bills, which means we have to know how much something costs before we vote on it. Currently, 44 other state legislatures already do this, and it's time Hawaii does as well. We need to pass term limits, and as we saw very clearly in the past 3 elections, we need to ensure everyone who wants to vote on election day can do so without having to wait 6 hours in line. These issues are important, but they are just the tip of the iceberg of all the legislation that we will be dealing with this session. Working together and hearing every voice is very important, and it's a step in the right direction for our state. For all the State House representatives on the floor being sworn in today, my 7-year-old son Noah and the rest of my family made you a small gift. In front of you, you will see a coaster like this one. It has your name on it, as well as the word representative. As I often say, always remember that representative is not your name, it is not your title, it is your job description. We are here to represent our districts and our state, which is what the state seal signifies on the coaster. Finally, surrounding it are all the key words of our House shared values: aloha, collaborate, respect, ohana, integrity, accountability, compassion, stewardship, and hard work. These are the cornerstones of our House values. These values don't mean that we have to agree on everything. In fact, I believe that differences of opinions are important, and it's how we create the best legislation for our state. What these values stand for is that every member of this body will treat each other and the public in the highest regards in alignment with our values. It's not always going to be easy. It's a tall order to live up to, and we're going to make mistakes. However, having those values to stand on and having grace with one another will go a long way. I look forward to a productive session with all of you, and every time you go to have a sip of water or take a drink of coffee, look down at your coaster and remember your job description, who we represent, and the values that we stand on. Mahalo.
Thank you, Minority Leader. Representative Quinlan.
Madam Speaker, you have outlined a blueprint of character and service for our state and this chamber. It is only through our collective will of those inside this building and those without that we will construct the scaffolding for the journey of the next 20 years. Our needs are many, our challenge is great, and the public is looking to us for answers. I take heed of the words of Thomas More. You wouldn't abandon a ship in a storm just because you couldn't control the winds. Madam Speaker, far more than any other factor, the soaring price of housing is the driving force behind out-migration. There was a time when we exported sugar and pineapple. We are now in the business of exporting something even more precious: the people of Hawaii. Real progress requires a significant financial outlay, and we applaud Governor Green's resounding commitment to workforce housing in his executive budget. It is only by working hand in hand with the Green administration that we can surmount these hurdles. Madam Speaker, if we are sincere in our desire to nurture the next generation and keep them at home, I can think of few initiatives more important than free universal preschool. Lieutenant Governor Luke's Ready Keiki program is creating a more equitable Hawaii for all of us, regardless of socioeconomic status. Young minds are full of potential, yearning to find their place in the world. Creating more classrooms not only serves their needs, it allows their parents the opportunity to join the workforce, increase household income, and spur economic development. Madam Speaker, the boundless abundance of our natural habitat has long been predicated on a delicate balance of temperature, rainfall, and the flora and fauna which thrive under the right conditions. Today, imported pests and a changing climate now threaten what little food security we have. To stand idly by and watch our islands be decimated by invasive species like coconut rhinoceros beetle and little fire ants would be an abdication of our responsibility to the Aina. The Department of Agriculture will be tasked with new authority and resources in this fight in the hopes that we can emerge victorious against these invasive species that endanger Hawaii's native species, communities, and economy. Madam Speaker, on the subject of homelessness, I know that the public is often caught between the extremes of compassion and frustration. There is the logical realization that mental illness and drug addiction are unforgiving masters. And there's also the longing desire for a sense of peace and safety in our neighborhoods. I submit to you that addressing our homeless problem is not purely a matter of the heart, but also one of fiscal responsibility. Let's get people off the streets and into kauhales, where they can get the help they need without a massive deployment of public resources and our tax dollars. Madam Speaker, these are but a handful of the issues we will face in our upcoming session, and I can promise you that we will not solve them all this year. What I can promise you is that the House majority will conduct itself honorably, give tireless effort, and hold to an unwavering promise to our children and our children's children that Hawaii will always be theirs. Mahalo.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I have a House resolution laying on the clerk's desk for action.
Mr. Clerk, please read House Resolution number 5.
House Resolution Number 5, communicating that the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature has assembled and is ready to transact business. Be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii, regular session of 2025, that this body has assembled and is ready to transact business with the following officers: Nadine K. Nakamura, Speaker; Linda Ichiyama, Vice Speaker; Brian L. Takeshita, Chief Clerk; Rod Taunanaka, Sergeant-at-Arms; Rupert Juarez, Assistant Chief Clerk; Jade Villanueva, Assistant Sergeant-at-Arms. Be it further resolved that a duly certified copy of this resolution be transmitted to the Honorable Josh Green, Governor of the State of Hawaii, and to the Senate of the 33rd Legislature of the State of Hawaii in regular session assembled. This resolution is offered by Representatives Quinlan and Matsumoto.
Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move to adopt House Resolution number 5.
Representative Matsumoto.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that House Resolution number 5 be adopted. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor, say aye. All opposed, say no. The motion is carried. Representative Todd.
Madam Speaker, I move that the House stand adjourned until 12 noon tomorrow.
Representative Matsumoto.
Madam Speaker, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the House stand adjourned until noon tomorrow. All those in favor, say aye. All those opposed, say no. The motion is carried. The House stands adjourned until noon tomorrow.